was the worst thing the Niners did this season?
Schneider still having a job. I don't get how he's still the special teams. And then I would say to piggyback off that, like, what happened to Kyle? This is the guy that took Emmanuel Sanders, Raheem Mostert, and Jimmy Garoppolo to a Super Bowl and made them like an insanely efficient offense. But with McCaffrey, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle, and Trent Williams, and Brock Purdy, who's at least an upgrade over Jimmy, missing playoffs? Come on.
6 points, 10 points against the Bills, 10 points against the Packers. Yeah. Kyle Shanahan just had an awful year in terms of his offense. Drafting a wide receiver in round 1. I mean, when they needed a center and a guard and a defensive tackle and another defensive tackle, that one wasn't good. They really can't get their first round picks right.
No, I think John, I've said this before. I think John is the worst GM at drafting in the first round in the NFL. People will say BA, but they forget Kinlaw was drafted over Justin Jefferson in that draft. We could have had Justin Jefferson over BA, which is a no-brainer. And I love BA, but like for every, I guess, good pick in the first round, if you BA, like there's an awful one, like, you know, Kinlaw, like I wouldn't say Pearsall's awful, but like I'll cut him some slack. But
the way they handled the Ayuk situation was awful too. I mean, if they wanted to extend him, they should have got that done ASAP. They could have got that done in 2023. He was eligible for one. And you let that drag on and on and on and on and on, and he comes back and he's not in football shape, and it's a big distraction. I mean, at that point, they should have just traded him. Like, you can't do one or the other. Lock him down and have him here, or trade him. And they did the option C.
Oh, that's another best thing they did this season. Demo. They signed him early.
Yeah.
They learned from this awful, awful thing they've been doing for years. And that's the thing that I don't want Purdy signed. I hope to God they do not sign him this year. But if you're going to, man, just do it before the draft so that we can please get him at whatever discount you can, not wait until the season's about to start. And because that was so much. You lost BA, you lost Trent, both to contract negotiations. Last year, we lost Nick for even into the season. And
every year it's someone important.
Yeah. Thank God it wasn't Demo this year, but I'm sure it'll be someone. I'm sure someone will, Greenlaw, Hufanga, someone will be like, all right, we want our money.
I mean, why wouldn't you, right? Because every time a player does it, they get rewarded. Mm-hmm. Literally rewarded.
I mean, if I was Greenlaw, I'd be like, did you see your defense literally prior to me getting there before the Bears game? I mean, you're going to tell me you don't need me on this defense?
There's a longer list of bad things the Niners did this year. I mean, they gave up a fourth quarter lead to the Rams, to the Cardinals, to the Seahawks. They lost. They're 1-4 in their division.
I think Kyle's fourth quarter woes have finally caught up to him. Whereas before, like, do you remember the Saints game? I think it was like 2-3 years ago where George Kittle just went absolutely insane with Jimmy G. What if he couldn't do that? What if he just went down after 2 tackles instead of 4? You know, like it's a lot of these things where these massive plays have to be made. These miraculous plays seemingly have to be made for us to close out a game in the fourth quarter. And that was even a talking point for Purdy prior to the season. Remember, he said, I want to be like Tom Brady, where I get into the fourth quarter, I want to like put my foot on their neck and end the game.
That's not exactly him. That's what Stafford did.
We just kind of did the opposite this year. Like it was like a talking point for him and Kyle. And it sounded like they were like, well, let's come to the conclusion that we do the exact opposite of that this year.